Josh's enthusiasm and you being on it, it's just such a great combination, the two of you.
Ah,
So I guess for you, just what did it take to talk you into doing this special and especially getting back into character as Doc Brown?
well, I guess initially um, it just seemed like an interesting project. I mean, for Doc Brown to come back and be in, present time of the film, um, and I was intrigued by being Doc Brown and also being Chris,
Yeah.
and how that was going to work out, and what that would mean in various ways. So it was kind of an adventure.
But I guess, while this was such like an educational and I think awe-inducing experience for Josh, you see the excitement on his face the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
That was I was concerned how before I met Josh, and I really didn't know that much about him, that I could go on, and so I was wondering that's so important, that
yeah.
chemistry there had to really work for the whole thing. And then I met him, and suddenly it just seemed instinctive. I mean, the chemistry just seemed to be in place without having to, change her shape.
And now I know in the first episode, he's asking a lot about, the props on the film, how there are so many iconic ones, but really the only thing you went home with was a Hawaiian t-shirt on your back.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything you wish you did get to grab that you wish you did have in your home now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Let's see. A DeLorean.
I think everyone would want one of those sitting in the driveway.
Yeah.
So you don't get to take one home at the end of all this. I haven't seen the last episode yet, but
Well, maybe to hold it out,
And now Leah Thompson is in the first episode. I know Michael J.
She
Fox
is.
is in one of the future ones as well. You
Mhm.
guys seem like you've been in constant contact throughout the years. You just did the reunion with Josh
Yeah.
Gad. You do a lot of events for the foundation. Just,
Mhm.
is it rare to have that kind of lifelong connection with your co-stars? And how is
Well,
it? Why do you think it's different for this project?
I well, Michael, to me, he's such an extraordinary person
Yeah.
in so many ways. He's somebody to live up to, and I love him, and of course he was in the show at a certain point, and I mean, I'm so happy to be doing this, knowing that there's going to contribute a DeLorean to the foundation, Michael J. Help raise more funding for research, etc. Looking
Yeah, I
for
think fans love to see when you guys all come together for that cause as well. I think it's really powerful to see, and I think also really important.
yeah, so great all around.
And I mean, could you even imagine that you would still be here so many years later talking about this movie, this franchise in particular? Because it has been such a complete
I
story.
remember, yeah, I remember that kind of question coming up around its 5th anniversary or 10th anniversary. The same.
Right?
Did you imagine 5 years ago that we did? Now we're doing it. However, how many years?
35, I think we're at.
35. So I guess it's just going to go on and on and on.
Which is a testament to you guys, to all of your work.
Fabulous. I'm very fortunate, very proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I know you recently did a similar kind of walk down memory lane for Who Framed Roger Rabbit for Disney Plus for their pop culture series.
Yeah.
Just How does it feel to be one of the most beloved characters of the 80s for Back to the Future, but then also one of the most feared for Roger Rabbit? Because I mean, obviously he is a nightmare fuel.
I love it. I mean, I get a script and I look it over and I see, oh, I could do this, I could do that, create a whole different persona. In so many ways, that's what I do. So I love it when the chance comes up.
It's like, I'm clearly a fan.
Now, one day I was in an audience after a movie or something, and somebody asked me, "Who is your most favorite woman to have acted with?" And I said, "Her." What's her name again? I forget names too.
Jessica or Kathleen or both of them.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
She still looks great.
Yeah.
And I mean, what do you think it is about these movies in particular, these mid 80s movies, that they do have such long lives? They really do stand the test of time. I think more so than a lot of kids' movies now are going to.
Well, I think Back to the Future is, it's Michael and his brother and his mom and dad. It's a family picture, and they go through, some surprising times themselves. And all families have that in one way or another. Everybody relates to that, and everybody relates to Michael J. Fox as a teenager going through school. There's that audience, and I think I'm sitting next to a grandfather clock.
It's all good. We've all had our moments during these Zooms from home.
This was not planned, but I love it.
I think that's my first grandfather clock. We've had dogs, we've had phone calls, but
great. Yeah. So, what was I?
No, they're just relatable. They are relatable films, despite having these fantastical sci-fi elements at the core.
Yeah,
it's that those relationships, I think, that come.
Oh, and everybody has some inkling at one point in their lives or more. Gee, I wish I could be here 30 years from now. Or I wish I could go back to Roman Empire or something. So, and here we got it. We got the flux capacitor. We're on our way.
And now I have to quickly bring up Addams Family Values because it's one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. And I don't know if you saw this, but there is a very vocal section of Twitter who thinks Joan Cusack deserved, or even deserves retroactively, an Oscar for her work in that film. I'm wondering how you feel about that. They love Debbie.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. I could. Could be.
And I'm curious your thoughts on, I know Tim Burton's making a live action Wednesday Addams show for Netflix with her as a teenager, but just what do you think about that? Just, live action coming back for that family, and would you be back? Would you be down to ever be Uncle Fester again?
It's the first I've heard about it.
I
had known, but I've got to investigate that.
Now, fans want you back. They want to see Christina Ricci step into the Morticia role if Wednesday is going to be a teenager. I think there's some fun ways to play it.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much, and have a good one.
All right. Thank you.